Good morning.
Good morning, our friends. I was telling just seconds ago to her that we have so much time
And then she panics.
because there was no time. I just noticed that it's 11 o'clock. Do you have that feeling that someone is stealing your time all the time? Hello, BP, Brooke, and Group 66, and Leo Smile, Cindy Faust,
VJ, Jer, Janice Sabatini,
Bridget York,
MBG, Cindy Faust.
Terry Davidson, Michelle Hout.
Thank you, and Yvette. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. And the lady
And Beverly's online.
Oh, Beverly, hello, honey. And that lady who wrote, who won last week, after the video, she was faster than me. She sent me email before even I wrote a comment under the video.
Well, she's excited about that.
And so we are going to have reading today. She is from New Zealand.
Wow.
Yeah. Tomorrow I hope I will have someone from Australia. So not only local, I think local is USA and Canada, but Mexico and other countries are less local for me. Nice to see you. We have nice weather, and Sunday we will have plus 10 above the zero, 10 degrees. Saturday and
I'm
Sunday.
still cleaning up in the yard. We didn't have a killing frost. We had a killing freeze, but not everything froze. We still have some things still growing.
You can always come here to clean.
No.
No,
There's two of you here. There's only one of me.
My husband likes to do that. Okay, I'm ready to be asked questions.
I mean, it's such an interesting morning because Ivanka's on the stand.
On the stand.
And they're trying to get her with her connection, even though she's not one of the defendants.
But we have to admit, she's beautiful and she walks like a lady. Melania walks like a lady, she walks like a lady, I wish. That's my opinion about her. And she is not as aggressive as her brothers and
not father. As aggressive, but she continued to benefit from the Trump organization and properties, and so they're trying to go in another way to get her. And she also helped in the design of that old post office building, which he should never have had. That was crossing a line. But again, everything that has been done by Trump, he always finds where there's no policy, no law, that he tries to change and find a way in, which is how he operates. So all those little loopholes are being closed now.
When I'm looking at her, I see abused child. She grew up as a very much persona like a child who was abused.
How could you not be abused with Trump as a dad?
And Ivana too. She said that both were on her very strong ways. So she was afraid of both of them.
Yep. What a life. Mm-hmm. MBG has a question. Will a Democrat win the presidency?
We just talked about this. I don't want to touch that subject because we are on two different points sometimes.
Yeah, but then yours changes eventually. I think it's going to change in the spring.
Okay, 3 cards.
2, 3. You said it was going to be close.
I said very close. If Biden is with Trump, it's very close. If Biden is left with Nikki Haley, he's not going to have chances. She's much aggressive.
She's more aggressive, but she's still a female.
Yeah, and she's from India. So it will be hard for her. Some magic will happen. Okay, we have to believe. Beginning of new adventure. And someone else might go to the top for the power, for the money.
Now it's interesting with
and I had a talk yesterday with Brooke, and I told her
she's the one who writes the timestamp.
Yes, our Brooke. Thank you, Group 66. Thank you so much. And Yeah, it is. We remember that there was supposed to be talk between debate between governor from California,
Newsom.
Newsom, and DeSantis.
Mhm.
Did you hear anything about that?
No.
Did any one of you heard that that was happening or will happen? I thought it was supposed to be this month,
Yeah, I thought it was too.
and I think Governor Newsom is planning to
Take a run.
take a run as well, as long as Biden will let him.
Linda Jean nicely had a post this morning, and it was about how the polls, they're not showing all the
Yeah.
polls. And then plus, they also said that Obama at this time in the cycle was
not
way, way
less
low.
popular, and then when he left, he was 66 popular.
Yeah, things change.
Yeah.
And so as things come out with Trump more and more and more and more, so that leads me to the next question here. And that was the one, user SZ 7HG 7LZ
I
7F.
recognize that.
We know that Trump has his followers, but do you actually see new followers, new voters?
For Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, it's regards.
1, 2, 3.
Oh boy, symbol of stupidity.
How could that apply to Trump?
A guy was for a long time on the journey,
Mhm.
and his wife, and they were both white. And his wife gave a birth to a little boy, and he came, and the boy is a few months old, and she said, I was feeding him with the black cow milk, and he became brown.
Oh,
And this boy is coming to his mother, and he said, I have a son, but because my wife was feeding him with the black cow's milk, he is a little bit brown. And she said, Mua, I was feeding you with, in Polish, when someone has horns, it means that his wife was cheating. So she said, I was giving you from horny cow, and you became a yelling. It's deer with horns means that his wife was cheating. Like, you don't show this to someone in Poland, because that will mean that your wife is cheating. Something like
oh, really?
Yeah, in Italy, I think the same way. Yeah, they will still love him, a lot of excitement, and then crash.
Oh, really? That takes place in the spring, does it? When more information comes out?
Hopefully.
Aw.
So they are not going to cheat.
He will always have the same group of people who align with his views.
Yeah, but I don't think they will be sorry for the joke. It's for entertainment only. But that's what came to my mind, that joke. And I was too much yesterday around Polish friends, so of course we were joking. I was even borrowing poor Brooke. She wanted to go to sleep, and I was chatting with her and telling her stupid Polish jokes and asking her, can I say this? And she said, no.
Really? Thank you, Brooke.
So that's what
She tries a few on me as well, and I said, I don't know.
So this one came by itself by. Oh,
Without
okay, I will tell you a joke. Guy, married 30 years old, and the wife is telling her husband, when I was marrying you, I was so stupid and so blind. He said, you see, I hear you. Okay, at least this one was allowed to say in the public. Entertainment only.
Maria is asking, Violetta, what do you get on the sunken ship and treasures found in Colombia?
I know, isn't that exciting? Oh gosh. And that was 200 years old. Oh, no, much longer, because that was from Columbian times. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I go 1 card more. Well, there will be some division because it's $2 billion worth ship. And I see someone is kind of trying to steal. So there will be casualties because they will have to protect, and it belongs to Colombia's government.
Mm-hmm.
And there will be some pieces that will be pulled out. So there will be some under submarines going in the and trying to steal. Fulfilling the dreams, a lot of wealth for Colombia. The whole world is observing, and they will have to make sure that they are observing this from the top to the bottom. And for the security, he's standing on a cliff and making good decisions. So people of Colombia will benefit from that, because that will be a tourist attraction. So that's great. And it will tell us more about that time.
Mm-hmm.
And about antiques. As you know, I have antique store, so that's always, and she sent me today 2 videos about antiquing. So instead of sleeping, I was watching antiquing.
Here's a question from Group 66. Please, is the Polish National Security Bureau preparing anything unexpected other than nuclear biochemical attacks? I'm thinking about the
Ruski minister who want
Poland back.
And then Israeli, some guy was saying that they might use atomic bomb.
Mm. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Thank you for your
so
support.
much. So he was dismissed, the Israeli minister, right away. And about Poland. Three cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's like this wave, that wave, this way. It is instability, but I don't see anything bad. It's just the wind is coming one way or another. Sharing the information, making sure that Poland is secure, and connecting with other friends, feeling reunited, that in case of something that Poland is in NATO. So, but and if you think sometimes that I'm pulling my hand up, I have that sponge here, so I'm wetting my fingers. Because I thought, well, I'm not moving like I'm taking something from somewhere else. She's
very legitimate.
Thank you.
Lori Sue is asking about the significance of the poppies both of us have on.
Oh, yeah.
On Saturday, November the 11th, which is the 11th month, the 11th day, the 11th hour, we give one minute of silence.
Everywhere when you are
in
schools, you know.
Yeah, it's on the radio at 1 minute of silence if you do that. And it's 1 minute of silence in remembrance of the veterans in the wars and Flanders Fields. So these are poppies that were in Flanders Fields. There's no poppies there anymore. It's an English name. It's about the World War I battlefield in Belgium, and there's a little bit in France as well. But there was a war poem that was written by a Canadian physician, Lieutenant Colonel John McCree, who popularized the red poppy as a symbol of remembrance. And every year, the poem is read by millions of Canadians and other people around the world to remember those who have fought. And again, my father lost his life because of the Second World War. He had shrapnel in his kidneys, and he died when I was 13. But it's remembrance of all those who fight on our behalf for democracy. And that's what I'm really, really proud of for the United States on these recent elections. They fought for women's rights, for reproduction and
Oh,
also for
yesterday,
democracy.
yes.
Yeah, what a big one.
Yeah, and that was expected, but it's so nice that it won.
Yeah, it's so nice that, that all of us are doing that. But, there's something that bothers me recently here. I mean, we have a premier who is she's like MAGA.
She's
She likes DeSantis, and she has brought Tucker Carlson to Alberta to discuss some things, and he's here right now.
Thank you, Elizabeth Fuller.
And so it is filtering continuously into Canadian politics. And I hope that, like when somebody came around at election time and asked who I was going to vote for and would I support the present candidate who actually won, because her party won by just not a huge amount. But anyways, I said, no, I'm not supporting anything that's MAGA politics. And they came out and they said that if she's going to push too far with the Conservative Party in MAGA politics, she will be out.
Yeah.
But she's pushing.
Well, there was someone by my door too, and they said, we don't like her either. And someone was from her party.
Yeah, but that's what they said to me. We don't like her either. And I says, but a vote for this lady is a vote for her.
Yep.
Yeah, and I will not do that.
And Justin Trudeau is the sixth most handsome man alive.
According to who?
Yesterday.
According to who?
Well, I was checking on Google.
Oh, on Google.
On Google, because there was the very handsome guy from USA who won that. Patrick, it sounds like Patrick Swayze, but it's a very close name.
Yeah, he's the doctor on Grey's Anatomy.
And he's a driver of the street fast cars. Very good-looking guy. So I'm always mixing Patrick Swayze, but his name is Patrick as well. And his name is Dempsey. Oh. Yeah. Yeah,
Mr. McDreamy. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that our prime minister is a good-looking guy. I don't know if that's helping him or not.
There's one here.
BP said, keep track. We don't want him back here. Well, we can send him to Hungary. He loves Hungary.
But it is crossing the borders, and it is getting stronger and stronger, and so is the Evangelica.
Hello, Christina.
The push for the religion. There's no separation of religion. Mm-hmm. And they said, the minister who, our premier is very good friends with, and he's the one who did the blockade. But he says, we don't care who's in power as long as they're following us.
Yeah.
So that's how it
is.
They
don't care.
Yeah. BP is asking, what was the cause of the huge internet and phone outage in Australia yesterday? Some said it was a cyber attack.
What was it?
There was a big attack on the electricity in Australia.
Oh, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I see the twist of 3 things. So it can be China and Russia. I don't know who is the third one. If it's Korea or whatever they are playing. But I see 3 wires.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 5 of Wands. Some struggle to give excitement. Again, the tragedy, something to cause destruction, and checking out how well we are that the West is prepared, and especially Australia and Canada probably might be the next one.
Well, Rick and Sandy, welcome.
Thank you.
Will the vote win cause a domino effect? That's good for Democrats. One, 2, 3.
Don't over believe in it, because it might go with ricochet. So
it will ricochet someplace.
Yeah. So they have to be ready. that it can have some places, like, you wired something and it will go opposite direction. Security, King of Knight of Love, so healer, and angel of security. So it is all about security. But don't believe that you don't need to spend money. You need to spend money on those next election a lot, and everyone has to be, because sometimes when people think, oh, that person will win, we don't have to go.
Yeah.
And that can be the worst.
Yeah, get out and vote, because it's not only for the US, it's for all of us too.
Clinton will win, and then boom, the ricochet was that she was accused of something.
Yeah.
They can't.
But if she would have been in power, if she would have come in as president, everything would remain the same. We're in a time of change, and this change is needed, I think, for the better of humanity. So you think
it was good that Trump was in the power?
No, well, Trump in many ways brought the consciousness up of all the corruption that's going on. When he said he's going to clear the swamp, he's doing it the swamp way. Yeah, he is, the bait in the net, and he's collecting a whole bunch of them. Rosita,
I remember when I said once that Barr will be cleaning him up, cleaning him up, and then eventually
cleaning himself up.
No, Trump.
Okay.
He will put the mat on and what's his name? Barr will be cleaning him up, and eventually Barr is not cleaning him up anymore.
He walked away from it after he told him that the election wasn't stolen.
Yeah. Where we can put this one on your side? Because someone was. Thank you so much, Christina Navarani. Thank you. Can you hear me better? Because someone was complaining that they can't hear me when I'm moving my head. I don't know if anyone can hear us at all.